Hey guys, this is Sharat with REsimpli. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about why it's very important to track different marketing that you're doing in your business using different tracking number. If you don't know what a tracking number is, it's basically when you get a different phone number to track your marketing. For example, if you're doing direct mail to two different lists, then you'll use a separate number to track each of the marketing channels. So that's what your tracking number is. I'm going to share my iPad screen to just go over an example. So in this example, we're going to talk about direct mail. We're going to use direct mail as an example. So let's look at, I have two different lists that I pulled in my business. One is a probate list and the other is my absentee list. So what I'm doing is I have 1,000 records in each list. I have 1,000 in my probate list and I have a different list of 1,000 in my absentee list. I'm going to do direct mail for this purpose. I'm just going to use $1 per mail piece as an example to make the number simple. So let's say if I'm doing direct mail marketing, I end up sending 1,000 records to my probate list, another 1,000 records to my absentee list, and I'm going to use $1 as my cost per mail piece. So I spent $1,000 on my probate list marketing, $1,000 on my absentee. So I have $2,000 total that I've spent on my marketing direct mail using these two lists. Now let's say for this example, I end up receiving 100 calls, which is 100 leads. I get 100 calls. Of those 100 calls, I go on 20 different appointments. I make 10 offers of the 20 appointments and I get one property under contract. And again, just for this purpose, I'm going to use $10,000 as my wholesale fee that I make from this deal. So I make $10,000. Now let's look at my cost per lead. So cost per lead, for those of you who are not sure what this is, it's how much money do I need to spend to get one person to be interested. So it's lead, meaning you send out the direct mail or you're doing PPC and then a lead comes into your platform. That's called a lead. So I have $2,000 that I spent and I got 100 calls, which is my 100 leads. So my cost per lead in this case is $20. So I need to spend $20 to get one lead in my system. Now my cost per deal, the cost per deal is how much money did you have to spend in marketing to get one property under contract. So I spent $2,000, same $2,000 that I spent right here. I get one contract that we talked about right here. So my cost per deal is $2,000, meaning I had to spend $2,000 on average in this case to get one property, one deal done. So my cost per deal is $2,000. ROI is a very important number, meaning return on investment. How much money did I have to spend in my marketing to how much money I made in revenue? So think of it like this. For every dollar that you put in marketing, how much money do you make in return? So I made $10,000, which is my wholesale fee, and I had to spend $2,000 in marketing to make that $10,000. So my ROI is 5x, meaning for every dollar that I put into marketing, I made $5 back. So I put 2,000, I made 10,000 back, giving me 5x return. This is my combined number, blended number for both of the marketing channels together. Now let's look at an example where I'm sending probate list and absentee list, but I'm using two separate tracking numbers so I can track my marketing correctly and be more effective and efficient with my marketing. So let's look at probate list as an example. So let's say once I start separating my marketing, I realized that in my probate list, out of the 100 calls, 10 came from probate. And of those 10 calls, I went on 8 appointments. I made 6 offers and I got one property under contract. So my wholesale fee, again, this is the same property. Now we're breaking the numbers between your probate list and your absentee. My wholesale fee was $10,000. My cost per lead, I spent $1,000 in just marketing to probate and I got 10 calls. My cost per lead is $100 per lead. My cost per deal is I spent $1,000, got one contract, is $1,000 per deal. My ROI, meaning how much money I made versus how much money I spent on marketing, is 10x. I spent $1,000 on my probate list and I made $10,000, meaning my ROI is 10x. Every dollar I put in, I made 10x on my marketing. So that's just looking at my probate list. Now let's look at absentee list. So these absentee lists, it's just the difference between the total numbers and minus the probate list numbers. So I got 90 calls from my absentee list. I got 12 appointments, made 4 offers, but 0 contracts, didn't make any money. My cost per lead is $11.11. I spent $1,000 on marketing and I got 90 calls out of it. My cost per deal is NA because I didn't get any contract out of it. My ROI is 0. I spent $1,000, didn't make anything. So this is why it's very, very important when you're doing marketing to have different tracking numbers for different marketing that you're doing. So if you're doing probate list within direct mail, rather than using one phone number on the 2 different lists that you're marketing to, use 2 different phone numbers because you get more insight, more data about the marketing that you're doing. If you were just continuing to use one phone number on your absentee and probate list, combine them and just using one phone number, you would never know that you could actually double your ROI just by targeting the probate list that you have. So you may be marketing to absentee and probate list or any, different lists that you have, and you're making 5x, 6x on your marketing, and you're like, this is great. For every dollar that I'm putting in, I'm making $5 on my marketing. But the question that you need to ask is, could you be making more money on your marketing? Are you leaving some money on the table because you're not tracking your marketing efficiently? As your business grows, you will realize the most important number that you have to keep in mind is your ROI. How much money you're putting into your marketing versus how much is coming back into your business. And as you scale your business, your marketing is going to be one of the biggest expense for you in your business. And if you can increase your ROI in your marketing, then that's going to give you an advantage over any other competitors in your market. So that's why it's very important when you're doing different marketing, use different phone numbers. We have investors using REsimpli that some of them have 150, 200 phone numbers because that's the level of detail they want to track their number. And that's how they start getting more and more efficiency in their business. Do the same thing for direct mail, TV ads, radio ads. If you're running radio ads on 2 different stations, use 2 different phone numbers. If you're running TV ads on different channels, ABC versus CBS, for example, use 2 different phone numbers so you know, is it ABC TV station that's working or is it the CBS? And then as you start tracking your numbers over months and months of data, that's where you can start making better decisions in your business. So this is the video again about why it's important to use different tracking numbers for different marketing that you're doing. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And if you got any value out of this video, please hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you so much.